Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time, Veterans Day. I want to give a shout out to all the veterans out there. Their families really appreciate all you've done and will do for our country. Thank you very much. So Saturday I had my Bradenton scrapper show up in the afternoon with 4 goodies. He said 2 of them came from the same place, and I forget which 2 those were, and the other 2 were just singles. So I gave 60 for this group just because when I looked at each one of them, I noticed each had a specific issue. So I guess that breaks it down to 15 each. Some of them I placed at 10, and some I placed at 20 just because of the age and potential condition. So I guess maybe we can do the 2 reds today, and maybe come back and do green and orange manana. I'll see how it goes on time. So I've got my 2+2 starting fluid. I'm going to do a little different. I have carb clean. I want to try this out. Starts engines down to 45 degrees, minus 45. Ether. The warning says before use, read and understand the instructions below, but I'm not going to read and understand. I'm just going to use the junk. So let's start with the yard machine here. Like I said, missing the wheel. I'm just going to block that up, so when I try starting it, it's not going to rototill. So what did I see on this besides the 3-legged dog? It's missing the butterflies cables there, and it's operating as it should. Let's check oil. Missing the cover and the filter, and it looks like it's been used without filtration, so that's a big no-no. Ho ho ho. What do we have here? 2016. So what do I need to check this out? I'm going to grab a rag and a flathead in case the dipstick is stuck. You guys going to any parades today? There's one in my city. A friend of mine's a Vietnam vet. He's active with veterans causes. He'll be there. Okay, overfilled it looks like. This thing's been sitting, like I said, since Saturday, and I'm looking at the oil, haven't moved it. We're overfilled, but it's brand new. So this mulcher side discharge will be a good seller if we can get it to go. Something like this, I'd do 140, 130, something like that. Okay, looking at the fuel, I see some white down there like seashells. See if I can take a fuel sample. I won't be able to pull up the seashells, but I just want to get an idea of how long this thing was sitting. Okay, got the turkey baster in a yogurt container, which is dirty. I just want to check water. I'll blast this out with compressed air. Okay, I did pull up some debris. Okay, wow. So I did pull up some junk, no water. It just looks like antelope urine. Pretty old fuel. So I'm going to try to start it with this and then goose it with ether. Lanyard's broken on the cap, so a lot of little minor things. Okay, blade is still good, a lot of meat on it. Hardly any leading edge wear. So let's just prime it and see. Maybe the wheel fell off, but there's no nut on the end of it. Or maybe they had another machine, they needed a wheel. Swipe this. Okay, no compression. I'm just freewheeling it. Oh, damn it, don't tell me we ran into that same scenario last week on the self-propelled unit. Connecting rod was broken. Darn it. And the piston was just dancing alone, doing the cha-cha. Okay, I need the spark plug. Socket 8. If we have to take off the valve cover and do a little looky-looky. So the way this is going, we're not going to get much done. Well, that's a stinker right off the bat. I was hoping this thing was going to be a producer. Oh, well, that makes a difference. There's no plug, which would explain the oily drip here in the dirt. I see oil dribbling out of the spark plug hole, so maybe they were unaware, overfilling it. It's going to fill the cylinder. Plug was oily soaked. They didn't know what to do. How about you? So let me steal a RC12YC off of the Black Max 450 on my table. And we're going to just do a dry run so all is not lost on this machine as of yet. Okay, plug's dry. We're going to throw it in gold top. Champion. So I had pulled it a couple of times. Hopefully that forced some of that crankcase oil out. Didn't notice that plug missing. All these little surprises create compromises. So we got Christmas colors here: orange, green, red. This is festive. Okay, that's that. We'll do it another primer, dimer, pull it. Oh, that's a little better. 2 plus 2 ether. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, yeah. That's going to do me. Oh, that ether smell in the morning. It's nothing like it. Success. Big fire off. Sounded strong. No knocking and banging. This thing's going to be hanging with 3 wheels. Let me move up the crafty. Move this turd behind. Look for a wheel. Clean the carb. All that jazz. Sharpen the blade. Okay, right away this thing is pushing hard. It's kind of low. Let me adjust the deck height first, and then we'll look at what it is actually. Just covered in black mold. It's got a bunch of ants on it. That's that. That's that. Okay. Let me try to figure out what this 725 model year is. Wow, so much dirt. Okay, it's a 2018, missing the cap. I just ordered a bunch of those from Temu. They come in pairs the way I order them. So let's do oil, and then we'll look at the fuel. There's a little bit down there. I can see the silver screen. No oil. Shucks. We had overfill, and now we don't have much. There is some below the fill mark. Well, shoot, that shows abuse. What do we got for a blade? Oh, now the good looking blade. The lift isn't worn. There's a nice leading edge, just needs to be touched up. So we're gonna do a fuely dooly. Let me dump this old fuel and check this one out. Okay, I'm going down to the screen, doing a pull. That was a big pull. Oh, much cleaner. But there is some debris floating around. That wasn't from the container, it was from what I pulled up. Very, very good, it looks like, compared to the other one. So why did this one crap out? So as you can see, it's an auto choke. I just got to pull and go, so let me try it. Safety brake cables working. Here we go. Okay. I'll tell you what the deal was with this. You saw it jumping. You're trying to do somersaults. They ran into a brick wall, or tried to chop a brick wall. Let me turn this over. Extreme vibration started right away. Am I going to lose any gas? No, because there was very little in there. It's not pouring out. Oh, shit. Okay, this is going to be interesting. You can see it already. Holy shit. It have been a while since I've seen one almost turn 90, but here we have one. So this one will come along nicely. Put another blade on. Holy crap, what do you hit to turn this thing straight down? It must have cleaned their fingernails. It vibrated so much, all the dirt came off. I should use it on mine. I got dirty fingernails. Wow. I've seen a couple of bad ones, but not almost a 90. Holy shit. So I guess they had enough with this thing. Didn't want to put a blade on it. So maybe they, same scenario, they had another machine, they swiped the cap and the cover. And the answer, aggravated, I shook them all up. Got me all shook up. Okay, so that's that. How we doing on time? And we'll keep plowing. This is an extended session. We're going to do all 4 because I'm not going to fall on the floor. Lawn Boy 6'5". It's got the 149cc 650 XT 650. Looks like 2020, 3rd month, 17th day, possibly 2020. This thing is covered in ants as well. Let me give you a walk around. So what's the deal with this one? Looks whole, missing the sticker that says Lawn Boy. Deck looks pretty good. Ants are having a field day. So I noticed this when I was unloading it. Somebody's got some clear line here. They put an inline fuel filter, smaller plastic hose here, into another clear. Filter's not bad. We have fuel. Yeah, there is some down there. We can take a sample. Another low oil level below the bottom hole. And it doesn't look too bad as far as age. So why? What do the cables look like? Rusty. A lot of slack in the drive. Okay, drive seems to be broken. It's rusty and possibly broken. This is way too much slack. Safety's working. It's just rusty. Possibly needs a drive cable. Okay, let's go to the gas Alina. Take a sample. This may be a runner and gunner. Only issue is the drive. Either they didn't know how to adjust it or the cable's broken somewhere down there. For that much slack to be in it, they probably pulled it up once and left it outside and it rusted shut. Is what I'm guessing. Let's go down to where the in tank filter is, do my draw. I don't see debris. That's a full draw. Okay, just like the Craftsman M230, it's cleaner than the yard machine, the first machine. So take your bets. You guys think this will start, and they ditched it because of the broken cable. I'm going to turn the inline fuel filter on. It's definitely aftermarket. I may consider removing that and putting a straight line in. Oh, and it just dropped. Yeah, it's leaking. It just started dripping, so in the on position. Okay, gave 3 drops. I rotated it, stopped, and now it started again. So I'm just going to put straight line through it. So just me messing with it started dripping because it never did that before. Okay, let's pull on it. Mr. Husky all-wheel drive. Got to move you back. This lawn boy's my top priority. Okay, place your bets, you guys. What do you think? Oh, feels like no compression on this. A lobster could pull this thing. We got a plug. Yeah. So that theory went down the toilet. Could be anything. Okay, let me turn this off on the gas. What's the underside look like? Another good looking blade. A lot of meat on it. No sandblasting on the lift. I can see the belt. Putting tension on the cable down here for the drive, and it's not moving. Could be rusted up. So we might walk past this and go to the Husky. This is going to take some more troubleshooting. So the green one's the dud one so far. Just to see. I'm not confident. I was mistaken. Must have been borderline. Just felt like it was pulling over way too easy. So carb issue on this one. Something's blocked. The ether kicked off the green machine. So 3 out of 4 so far are showing promise. Okay, we're going to move this one. Yeah, we'll move this one back. Move it back, Jack. I want to keep plowing until we get answers on all of these fine gems. Okay, Husky all-wheel drive. Seem to be getting a lot of those in lately. I ordered some of the pulleys, as you know. The pulleys, 3 pulleys on the underside. Most of the time they freeze up and the belt just slips over the plastic. That gets hot and starts to melt like a patty melt. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, I noticed that when I unload it. I'll show you the big deal on this. Somebody's put a hyper tough top handle on it. I recognize this. This is broken. They just attached it here. So they had issues. See that? And then they spliced this wire for the drive. Safety brake wire looks like it's still working. But the drive definitely is not doing it. So I got a delivery coming in. I ordered some fuel line. Quarter-inch fuel line. I didn't want to go back to AutoZone and spend 25 bucks for 4 feet, but that was my own fault. It was 70 psi fuel line. Didn't know it at the time, and probably the guy didn't know what he was doing, gave me the high pressure stuff. I guess you got to tell him specifically. I thought it was just inflation when he said 25.64, but no. Here we go. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, thanks. So we'll look at this. I'll show you. This car is filled to the brim, the front seat and the back seat. This was either Temu or AliExpress. They use independent delivery people, but it's the same guy. I recognize them. They're either out of Tampa or Fort Misery. So this is what I got. I got 6 of these. Fuel line hose. Some clamps. So yeah, this'll do. This is calling 300 psi, 6 millimeter, which is also 1/4 inch fuel line. Sometimes on these Chinese sites, you got to put in the metric because that's what everybody's using. So 6 millimeter will equal 1/4 inch. So it's got the cloth reinforcement. So yeah, looks good. I got enough to do a couple years worth of repairs. Fuel line hardly goes bad. Usually it's on the riders. You get a long section from the tank to the carb. Needs to be replaced. Okay, so that's that. Let's get back to business. Wow. Reason I said wow, it's got the yellow dipstick. Usually on the fancier models, it'll have the high one with the long tube. They suddenly went cheap at Husky. Nobody's checked this. Can't even budget. Might have to get some channel locks. Holy cow. All I'm doing is twisting plastic. Let me get some needle nose or channel locks. That's not a good sign. That is not making me a happy pappy. You guys staying warm up north, had that cold front come down to beautiful sunny Florida, but everybody above me's freezing. Okay, there we go. We just broke the tension, not the plastic. We're in the safe zone. 1 hash mark below full, so we're good on the oil. Good thing. Engine made in USA with global components. You guys knew that. All right, what else do we got here? We got a full tank. Full tank of fuel. Filter. Ooh. Okay, I'll show you this. Cockroaches had a little welcoming home party. They've been in here pooping, no filter, cobwebs sitting around. 2016 on this all-wheel drive. So I guess I'll leave that off. We'll do a fuel looky look. Got a separate container here for the samples. Start off clean. We'll draw through this straw and see what we can determine. Oh, looks a whole lot like water to me. Wow, it is 100% water, or 99%. There's a little bit of gas dancing on top. Holy schmoly, how did that happen? All water. Let me draw from the top of the tank and see if that's at least gas. Okay, we're 80-20, 80% water, 20% gas. See the separation. Yeah, just settle down. So what we need to do on this one is goose it with ether to try to get it to start. Before we do that, let's just pop this over and just check those pulleys. I bought the bearings in bulk a little while ago, I think on the last Husky. I just bought the bearings and not the plastic part. If the bearings are, oh, okay. If the bearings are shot, I'm just gonna pop out the bearing and save the plastic, but I can't on this one. I can already see some plastic melting. I did buy, oh, there's it, it's melting there too. I did buy a few of these complete with the bearing already there. Yep, left a big gouge. Okay, so this one's stiff. We know this one's stiff. We saw the melted plastic. And that one's stiff too. So 3 are not moving. No blade. And more ants. So I brought a bunch of ants onto my front yard. We can try starting it without the blade. May be difficult. The momentum helps. Okay, oh, we got compression. It's getting hard to turn over. So this needs 3 replacement. pulleys. So each one of these 4 turds has its unique issues. Okay. Blast into the screen. There is a screen there. Try to get some of those turds out of the way. Okay, left a nice pool of ether there on the pickup. Let's try it. Helps with the momentum of the blade. So I'm not getting anything. I'd have to track down a blade to do it right. 2016 on this Husky all-wheel drive. The Lima Charlie 221 Alpha 21 inch. The Husky build date 8th month 15th day 2016. So that's all I got for you. So we could hear 3 out of 4 pop off. I'm happy for 60. These are going to be money makers. Each have their own little issues. I'm going to try to come up with the correct handle assembly for this. I think I can, because this isn't going to cut it with this drive cable. It's kind of short and rubbing against the flap. So yeah, I'm going to have to rectify this. Get rid of this hyper tough setup and just replace the whole thing from down here. It's doable. I got to take a walk around my scrap section. Okay, Allegiant leaving in the background. I'm going to call it quits on this. We looked at them all. There's some good prospects. Thanks to all you veterans and you veteran families. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. Have a good day today. Go get some barbecue. If you do, please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. Adios, mi amigos.